Hello and namaste. We are back at Compliance Café with a brand new podcast. In our last podcast, we covered Form AOC 4, and this one we're going to be covering MGT 7. To put this in a package, it's like the financial Avengers needing their Justice League. One is a financial recap, and one is a shareholder saga. They just can't do without each other. They're company siblings. So, after the extensive coverage of AOC 4, today we're going to be covering MGT 7. So, in this journey of walking through the new MGT 7, we have with us Ms. Shraddha Keraskar, who's going to help us just with the secret recipe of how to handle MGT 7.
Yeah.
And so, get your notes ready. Welcome,
Hi,
Shraddha.
Dhruti. Thanks for having me on Compliance Cafe. I'm glad to be here and share my knowledge with the folks.
I'm glad to. So let's just dive into the topic.
Yeah.
This basic question we generally cover for all those who are first time viewers or all those who are beginners and have just begun their compliance journey. For all those people,
Yeah.
what is MGT 7?
So basically, Form MGT 7 is an e-form of annual return of the companies to be filed by each company registered in India. It is a snapshot giving capital structure, shareholding, directorships, meetings held during the year, and in-depthness of the company. So it covers everything related to a company as on the financial year end.
Okay, so that's what MGT 7 is.
Yes.
So is MGT 7A different from MGT 7?
Technically, you can say it's a bit different because MGT 7A is an abridged and simpler version of MGT 7 form, and MGT 7A is to be filed by small companies and one-person companies.
Okay, so for all other companies, it is
For all
MGT
other
7.
companies, yes.
And for small companies and OPCs, it is
MGT 7A.
Perfect. So we're done with the basics of MGT 7 and
Yes.
the difference between the MGT 7 and MGT 7A. Now, with the change and the transition of and the advent of V3 portal, I'm sure this changes a lot
Yes,
for
a lot.
MGT 7 filing.
Yeah.
So let's just a basic change first, and then we break this. I'm sure
Yeah.
a lot of things changes for it, so we break it down into three parts, saying the structural changes, some additions to it, and what is the newly integrated concepts in
Yeah.
MGT 7. Yes,
So-
Shraddha, your comment.
So to answer your question, first we'll start with the structural changes. So if you see the structure of MGT 7, the new form MGT 7, now it is made live web-based form. Previously, we used to download a PDF version, we used to fill the details, and we used to affix DSC and upload the form. But now it is a live web-based form where we have to log in into our credentials, we have to fill the details, and then the process follows. Second structural change, if I must say, is the specific gender-wise shareholding. They have bifurcated, like they have asked for the bifurcation of the shareholders into male, female, transgender, and others. So that is another structural change. Third, if we see it, like previously we used to prepare PDF versions of list of shareholders, list of directors, company, other meeting details. If there are more than 12 meetings in a year, we used to attach a PDF version. But now everything is Excel based. So an Excel template is to be downloaded. We have to fill in the details. We have to upload the same Excel template. We are done with the PDF versions to be attached. Now everything is Excel based. And another change is for designated person related to SBO rules. They have provided a specific tab. Previously, that specific tab was not provided, and people used to find it difficult to disclose their designated person. But now they have provided a specific tab for it.
Right. So the structural changes, basically the entire structure changes because initially attaching PDFs was just, you just attach PDF and you're done. But now you have to properly record each and every detail and then put it live on in the form.
Yeah.
Perfect. So what are the new additions in the form? Like
So new additions, the major new addition is Form MGT8. We are done away with Form MGT8 in PDF version. Now this Form MGT8 is integrated and linked to Form MGT7. So for those companies to whom Form MGT8 is applicable, the Form MGT8 gets enabled. You have to just check all the details, affix the DSC of practicing company secretary, and then it is done. But the only challenge I must say here is the structure, the format of Form MGT8 is very standard. So in case a practicing company secretary has to give his additional comments or any qualifications, he has to again attach the PDF version in optional attachments.
Just for clarity of our viewers, what exactly? Just a little brief about MGT8.
Yeah.
Who and why it is.
So the MGT8 form is a certification form for annual return. Like for large companies, we have to provide a certificate from a practicing company secretary certifying that this annual return contains the true statement. Uh,
Yes, that line that you've studied so many times while your CS curriculum, I'm sure.
Yes.
It is true and correct view of the financials.
Yes.
Okay, so that's about the
MGT8 new integration. The another thing is privacy alignment. So if a person is if a person wants to view any document like annual return of a company, we used to take it down from view public document. We used to get all the shareholding and directorship details, but now they have increased this privacy. You can download the form, but you cannot see the shareholder details.
Okay.
So they have made that private.
It is only director details that you can access.
Yes.
Right? You've got no access to shareholder details.
Now. Yeah.
Okay. So, and the last leg of the changes in the V3 portal for MGT7, what are the new integrated concepts? Something which was not previously there and now has been integrated.
So the new integrated changes the details of registered office of the company. Previously, when we used to enter this in the name, registered office details used to get pre-filled. Now in new form MGT7, they have asked us the registered office details as on the year end, and they have pre-filled the details as on the date of the filing. Along with that, we have to give details of latitude and longitude coordinates of the registered office, and we have to attach photographs of the registered office of the company, the external building, and the name board of the company.
Uploading photographs. Yes. Why is the need to do that?
So the need to do this is to reduce the fake shell company which are created because of non-maintenance.
Yes, a lot of companies they just get incorporated and then they're not functioning
and to reduce that and to maintain the transparency and trust in the filings, they have done this, that we have to upload the photographs to show that we actually function over here.
Right. Yeah. So I think this is basically in GST also, now that they're asking for geotagged photos. Yeah. We're making absolute and ultimate utilization of the digital systems now. But yeah, it's a great initiative.
Yeah, you talked about geotag photos. Let me clear. In MGT7, we don't require geotag photos. We only require the photograph of external building and the name board, which is clearly visible. It is not mandatory to provide a geotag photos, but if the companies are providing, well and good.
Okay, so it is not mandatory, a geotag photo. Yeah. But it is always advisable that you have it. Yes. Perfect. Right. And any other integration that was not previously there and is now there?
Yeah. So the companies which are under CIRP or liquidation, they were not allowed to file Form MGT7, but now they have allowed companies under CIRP and liquidation to file Form MGT7 to show the details of the distressed or stressed financial views on the end of the financial year. So those companies can also file Form MGT7.
Perfect. I think we've basically covered the entire changes and the transition from the base MGT7 to the V3 portals changes. What do you think, Shraddha, would be apt or how should a company prepare itself before filing of MGT 7?
Yeah, so uh, with the new structure that I'm looking at, I think the company should prepare itself, like they should keep their records straight, first thing. Another thing is, since we have to upload a data in Excel format, and we are uploading on a live web based form, so we have to be keep the records also with us. We have to get the shareholding details, the directorship details, the meeting details ready handy with us, so that when we are filling it in the web based form, the form doesn't get logged out.
Right, because it should not be that, in
We
when
are,
yeah, you're in a chaos that,
yes,
oh, how many meetings did I held, and
yeah,
how many directors attended, and what was the signing details and
yes,
everything. So once you have everything in place, before you're sorted, the
yeah,
meetings are sorted, the number of meetings, the number of attendees, the signatures, I'm sure,
yeah,
the shareholder details. Now that you mentioned that, even the gender wise category.
categorization, yeah.
Right. So,
So everything should be handy. Only then I would suggest to go online and fill the web based form.
right.
Yeah,
So back end, you have to work harder,
work hard,
and then just go with the flow,
go
and
with
with
the flow.
smoothly you
Yes.
can file the MGT 7. So with that, there is one question again. Since this is a live web-based form and it actually covers a lot of details,
Yes.
is online the only option to file form MGT 7, or?
No. So the interesting thing over here is that MCA has also provided with the offline form, whereby once you log into your details, you have to just pre-fill certain basic details. Then the Excel form gets downloaded, and then at your convenience, you can fill the details, upload the Excel form, and it is done.
Okay. So what would you suggest, Shraddha? Doing a live web-based form or doing the offline tool method?
So both these forms are equally, we have to give similar details, same details, but I would suggest for an offline form. Just in case you are not ready with the details, offline form is suggested, so you can check what is required, you can gather those details, you can fill it. If you're ready and handy with the details, just go with the online form.
Right. So thank you, Shraddha. Uh, since we have covered so many changes, I would request you to just sum it up and highlight the main points so that our viewers
Yeah.
can make the most of this form.
So to sum it up, the whole MGT 7 form, first thing, since it is a live web based form and Excel download templates are to be used, so keep your Excel templates ready. Another thing in this Excel template is that while the details of shareholders are to be filled, there are two tabs. One is with validation, one is without validation. So if you check the with validation Excel sheet, proper details are given, what is required, like DPID, client ID, folio number, the registered address of the shareholder, number of shares held, and such other details like PAN, Aadhaar, address, everything. And in another tab, which is without validation, you can just put the shareholders details in basic form, that is the shareholders name, the shareholding, the percentage of shareholding, likewise.
Okay.
Another thing is, in
Sorry
designated,
to
yeah,
just break
yeah.
your flow. So, why a validated firm and how it will be beneficial, and what if it's a non-validated firm? Does that attract any?
Yeah, so basically the validated form is like an auto check, wherein if you enter shareholders details, just in case, like if the PAN is entered and the name of shareholders is different, so it will show you an error
Error.
that the name of the shareholder is not as per PAN. So that is in validation form, or everything gets auto checked. In a non validation form, you have to keep a manual check on the things, so you have to check each and every spelling, numbers, everything. You have to keep a manual check on it.
Okay. So,
So
although the validation
valid,
part might seem tedious, but it
tedious,
is
yeah,
always better
better.
because you've got everything validated in one place.
Yes.
Right. So, in the main highlights, the first thing and the most important thing, since this is all about shareholders' details,
Yes.
the financials, I think the most important is to keep your Excel extremely perfect,
Updated, yeah.
updated. right? So that is one point.
One point.
Uh,
Another thing is the details of designated person. So since I told you that previously it was not required, but now it is required, so you have to recognize that designated person and you have to enter his din or pan in the tab given. So you have to
beforehand, right?
recognize that person beforehand.
Right. So that's the second most
Second
important thing.
most important thing. Another thing, the geotag, the registered
Photo.
office photos which are not to be geotagged, normal photos, external building, and the name board, just that would suffice.
Right. And I think MGT 8, since now that is
Yeah,
integrated,
integrated.
so you have to be handy with those details as well.
Yes.
So the photos, the MGT 8 integration details, the Excel sheet, the designated person details, and I think more of these things you keep ready,
Ready.
and things
Then
can go smoothly.
yes.
Sure. Okay, thank you so much, Radha. We're
Yes.
glad we just covered everything, and I hope there are no doubts left. If there are any, please write in the comment box, and we'll surely get back. And I want to hear some of the reviews or any suggestions or anything that you will want us to cover. So please, please, please communicate. I think previous episode when we covered AOC 4, AOC 4 and MGT 7 are the only forms wherein an offline tool version is available,
Yes,
right?
correct.
AOC 4 is like a report card,
Yeah.
and MGT 7 is like a whole school assembly.
Yeah.
You not only get to know the grades, but you get to know the whole background story also after that.
Correct.
So, since they are the company's siblings, I hope we've made justice to the topic and we've covered all that you need to know.
Yeah.
Thank you so much and have a great day, and looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you.